Postman, liveoffbeats.com. I want to show you in this video some keys, some secrets to getting to the life of your dreams as a music producer, be able to live how you want to live, and ultimately be free to create the music you want to create. Now, I want to tell you some things about yourself and about your life that I probably know that you don't know that I know. One thing that I know is that you yearn for freedom, right? You want to, it's not just about, selling beats online or making money just so you could, sit around and just smoke cigars. You actually want to be free from having to go to the chains of a 9-to-5, to do what people tell you to do when you go to your job, free from your boss telling you this and that, free from having to go to work when you don't feel like it. See, that's freedom. See, so that's what you're really yearning. And as a music producer, we need that freedom because that open space is what we use to create. So, it's going to show up in your music when you are able to travel, you're able to do different things on your own time and your own leisure, and then you can sit down and create music. Now, another thing that's really, really bothering you is that you're trying to make it as a producer, sell beats online, you're seeing other people do it successfully, but you're not able to do it and get consistent results to where you've been able to quit your job and really live the life of your dreams, doing that. Although it's possible because you see people doing it. You see producers online getting there, young guys getting on there, making a bunch of money, living their dreams, and trying to figure out what are they doing differently than you. So I'm going to give you those keys in this video. So pay close attention because I'm going to give you the secrets that a lot of people are not going to tell you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of producers ain't going to tell you because, they think that they're creating more competition. So the first thing I want to, let you know that you're not crazy. You're on the right path, and you're a music producer, so your clock ticks a little bit different than the average person. See, the way the average life cycle of a daily person is, they get up in the morning, go to work for 8 hours, work, get off from work, grab a beer, hang out with their friends. If they have a family, they're with their family, watch some TV, maybe play a little video game or two, watch the game, and then get up in the morning, do it again, and then be off on the weekends. Now, that's good for a lot of people, but for a creative, and especially for a music producer, that timeline doesn't work for us because, a lot of times we may get our inspiration at night. You may be up all night making beats, making music. So that already is conflicting because you got to be at work at 9 or 8 in the morning or 7 in the morning. Or for me, I had to be at work at 5 in the morning when I used to work for Pepsi. And I would be up all night in the studio because a lot of times studio sessions and inspiration hits us during the nighttime. Just how it works as a producer. So I'd be up to 4 in the morning and I'm like, oh snap, I got to be at work at 5. And I had to drive 50 miles and go to work. So I literally didn't get a chance to sleep. I would have to take no-dose pills and drink a lot of coffee and go to work and work a 12, 13-hour day shift and come back to the studio and work. See what I'm saying? So it's not, because for us producers, inspiration may hit us at any time. I may sit down and think that I'm finna make a beat right now, and then I look up and realize, man, ain't nothing hot came out. I didn't get the inspiration. And then sometimes it may be out of nowhere. I get that feeling, y'all, I heard something, on the radio. I heard something, a beat, or I heard a sound just in passing. Like, I got to get to the keyboard and make this joint. You know what I'm saying? Then I get there and just start flowing. And I may be working on music for 10 straight hours. So the unpredictability of it doesn't lend us to a 9-to-5. But then the society makes us feel like we're crazy because we can't work that schedule. Everybody's not meant to work this schedule that they have. That's fine for them. But for a creative like us and like you who wants to do, music, that's just not going to work. That robotic schedule just doesn't work. And there's nothing wrong with you for that. You're not crazy. It's just everybody's not hardwired to do that. And so for you, you have to figure out a different route. Now, working a job, it's okay when you first start out. Like, hey, man, I had a job myself. Until you're able to provide for yourself, doing music, it's okay to have a job. But at the same time, you still should be going hard on your music and making money on your music until you can transition off into doing this thing full time. Now, I'm going to give you some keys in this video on how to do that and how to do it quickly, because I think a lot of times we forget. Where's my phone is on the charger. And I wanted to show you, we forget that we can make a ton of money with our music just from a laptop and a phone. An iPhone or a Samsung or whatever, and get Instagram and literally for free be out there making a ton of money. You know what I'm saying? And making good money, making connections, doing deals. But I think that we've been programmed to kind of live the same pattern, which is, do a little bit, do just enough to get by, and then you hustle a little bit with your beats, you do a little bit of this and that, but never put it all together to where you're actually living the life of your dreams. And it's very dangerous to do that, because you can end up 50, 60, 70 years old and you'll be talking about what you wish you would have done, what you could have done, and never really did, and you just pretty much worked your whole life struggling, trying to make ends meet. Now, you don't have to live like that, but that's the way you've been programmed to live, and that's the track you're on, unless you do some things drastically different. Now, just making beats, that's changed drastically in itself. I know producers now that make beats just from their phone and sell those beats. Make beats from an iPad. I mean, it's amazing stuff, because when I started, you had to have MPCs. I had all these racks, all this equipment. Now you can make beats on the go. All you need is a laptop, Omnisphere, 2.5, and some drum sounds, and you get some loop packs and Reason or Fruity Loops, and you making hit records and super dope records you could sell right on the road while you in the car, while you in the Uber, or you at a hotel somewhere, out of state. You see what I'm saying? So the technology has empowered you, but it's some key secrets that a lot of producers don't know that I'm going to give you in this video about how to sustain that. So the first thing is a lot of producers focus and tell you to focus a lot on making the beats. You know what I'm saying? Get better at making beats, make more beats, all that kind of stuff. Now, all that is cool. You do want to have hot beats, you want to make beats, but you already love doing that. So that's the part you already have down. Now, you didn't have to tell me, to make more beats, get better at perfecting my craft. If you love doing it, you're going to do that naturally anyway. You're already doing that. Every time you make a beat, you're perfecting your craft. So don't worry about that part of it. You have the science of perfecting your craft down. Just keep making beats. The part that you're missing is putting the marketing together to market your beats and market your brand consistently. That's the part that you're missing. How do you do this day in and day out to where it is continually growing? You got beats continually being sold, money's continually being made, and it's growing and growing. And so from a year or 2 years from today, right, you're 10 times richer, 10 times more beat sales, 10 times more connections. Your brand is 10 times bigger than it is today. Now, that happens in a systematic way. It doesn't happen by accident. If you think you're going to accidentally just stumble into it one day, how does that work for you now? How does that work for your life now? That one day you're going to just wake up and stumble into this success that you've been dreaming about as a music producer. Or more than likely, you're going to wake up one day and be 80 years old and still be living the same struggle, never fully living your potential as a music producer. That's more realistically what's going to happen on your path. And that was my path. Was while I was working. If you don't know my story, I started at a distribution center at Target. I left Pepsi, went to distribution center. I was working in a warehouse stacking boxes. Got into a little altercation up there, and I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to follow my dreams as a music producer. I'm not going to get another job. I made the decision. I'm not going to do it. Now, I don't suggest nobody do that, because you can, with technology now and all the information out there, you could transition into making money while you're working, and then eventually quit when you make more money from your business than you do from your job. But at the time, I just knew I was going to embark on this path. You know what I'm saying? But I knew I just couldn't go back to doing that no more. It just was paying me to get up and go to work and just, being there for 10 hours. I mean, I wasn't making no music for that 10 hours. I was tired, get off work. I couldn't really work on my music like I wanted to. On my days off, yeah, but sometimes I was resting on my days off or catching up with other stuff that I had to do. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're working all day, I mean, it's pretty crazy when I think about it now, because I haven't lived that lifestyle in a long time. I mean, decades. It's been well over a decade since I actually had a job. In fact, it's been 2006. October 2006 is my official end date, the last time I ever had a 9-to-5. October 2006. And I've been living this dream, traveling all over the place, being able to travel where I want, lived in condos, skylines in Miami, just doing just living a dream that a young man had at the time, and been able to do that, just sustaining myself off of music and the internet. And that's what I'm trying to explain. Just a laptop. Everywhere I go, everybody know all I need is a laptop. I never really had to be tied down to one place, being able to just be free. I mean, if you sit up and you have to live in the same place every day, go to the same places every day, man, you suffer, especially as a creative. Because as an artist, which is what you are, you paint with sound, you need to be exploring the world, and then that shows up in your music. I heard Quincy Jones say it on his documentary. He said your music can never be more than what you are. So your music will always represent, if you doing this, going to a 9 to 5, doing the same stuff every day, you ain't experiencing life and freedom, then your music could never grow and do more and experience more and put that into the music. And your beats are always going to sound just like carbon copies of everything else, or they're going to sound mediocre at best, because you're not out exploring and growing yourself and growing your own mindset, so you can come back and put that into your music and the inspiration into your music. So that's what it's about. So I'm going to give you some keys. Like I said, I've been giving you a few nuggets, but I'm going to give you some more keys. So the key, remember, is not necessarily in the beats. You know, all producers, we all have a hard drive full of beats. You know, when I was working 9 to 5, I had a hard drive full of beats. It's what do you do with them? It's how do you market and strategically place them in the marketplace so you can sell them consistently over and over again. Now, the first mistake, I'm going to give you some mistakes that you're making and most producers are making. The first mistake is thinking that social media and posting on social media and stuff like that is good enough to get to the next level and consistently sell beats at the high level and make a lot of money. Just post on social media, that's the slowest way of doing it, right? That's very slow. And the problem with that is it takes so much effort. You have to continually keep trying to post every day. That's not the way to do it. If you can't automate the process of growing your music production business, then you're going to always be on a treadmill. It's worse than having a job. You're going to work harder and longer and not make much money from it. You know, so that's not the answer. You know, you want to have automated systems. And the other thing is, if you do anything manual, you don't want a manual, meaning that, you know, you hit people up yourself. You always want to be looking for those big deals. Enough producers, what I find is that you don't have the confidence to think that you're worthy of a big deal. You know, big deals meaning 10,000, 5,000, 20,000. You know, we're so caught up in the online, you know, beat leasing that we don't realize that there's other opportunities that you can find online, that, you know, people who have actual real money, companies that have real money, labels that have real money, people that want to put out real projects, artists that have real money and backing, and investors willing to spend tens of thousands of dollars on the music, on the beats, and going after what we call big fish or whales. You know, so I always say this: what if just every day, just you hit up, you find two big fish, you know, two whales. I mean, A&R, the label, and you just hit them up and say, hey, I got music. You looking for music? Yada yada yada. You just find two and you just keep hitting them up. 2 a day. That's it. You know, in 6 months, you will hit up like over 365 people in 6 months. You don't think you would have got some type of opportunities there for some big money? You know, because what we tend to do, like I said, is just follow the crowd. All right, everybody listening beats for $10, let me do that. Whereas I'm over here selling beats for $2,500. You know what I'm saying? And people leasing beats for $20, which is fine. That model works too. But what I'm saying is you have to start thinking outside of the box. But everything you do has to be consistent. And the other thing that you can that you can do is make sure you get a team around you. Don't just sit there and do it all on your own. You know what I'm saying? You got to get a team around you. Get a virtual team. Cats online. Link up and say, okay, this is what you're going to do. What you going to do? See what I'm saying? And you need to be advertising. You got to be advertising consistently your music production brand. The money is there. You know what I'm saying? You got producers online that's 22 years old making $30,000 a month just selling their beats on the internet, posting beats on YouTube, Instagram. I mean, it's there. So the question is, what's stopping you? Well, here's the sad truth that, you know, I have to be honest with you. You're never going to make it, not because you're not talented enough, not because you're not smart enough. It's because you are programmed and conditioned to live the life you're living, and the people around you are all living the same type of life. So it's hard to break free because there's not anyone in your life that you talk to consistently, that you can talk to about success, talk to about being successful as a producer, that you can ask questions to, that you can say, hey, you know, I'm stuck here. How do I get to this next level? If you ask your friend, they're not going to know. You ask your parents, you ask your buddies, you ask your cousin and uncle, they're not going to know. They're just going to tell you, oh, keep trying, or oh, they're going to give you some stuff because they never done it. So how can they tell you what to do? And so you're getting used to and comfortable in the way lifestyle you live. If everybody around you is working 9 to 5, that's all you see your parents do. That's all you see your friends do. Your friends' parents did the same thing. So you're locked into this box with dreams of doing something else. of dreams of being this producer and doing all this stuff. When you have the technology, you have the knowledge, you have the skill, but you don't have the mentorship, you don't have the people around you or a person around you that can get you out of that mediocrity that has been placed all around you and you see all around you. So what's happened is the brain, the way it works is you just start to fall in line with what you see, and it becomes habits. And it's hard to break out of that habit because we like to maintain comfortability with those around us. So when you ever heard that saying, you become your 5 closest friends, or give me your 5 closest friends and I'll tell you who you are, because it's true, and this is scientific fact. We naturally start to maintain the level of the people around us and do what they do, and it's hard to break out of that. It's damn near impossible. No matter how much knowledge and skill you have, you'll be those people that you see. And so, you know, what happened with me was I ended up finding my mentor, Jermaine, who was a multimillionaire off of selling piano courses, and he taught me how to market online. But more importantly, when I had questions, you know, but I'm trying to sell beats, I'm trying to get my music out there, but I wasn't sure, how do I advertise, how I do this, and I'd be stuck in places. You know, I'd ask him these questions, you know what I'm saying? We set up these sessions, and I'd ask him these questions, and he would be able to answer them for me like that, just like that. Now, at first, they were all paid. You know, at first, I had to spend bread. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, as I grew more successful, you know, we became friends. But essentially, you know, I had to pay for the mentorship. And even to this day, I still paid for courses and stuff that he's put out because, you know, I just value his knowledge and understand it. And so, but that's what got me out. It wasn't just the technical stuff he taught me. It was having somebody that understood what I was trying to do, trying to be successful outside of 9-to-5 range. Had somebody that understood that people around me, they're not going to understand, but I had a beacon of light, like, okay, well, what about this? You know what I'm saying? And then just being around in his presence online, like even we would do the streams, even just being on that, it just did something to me where I just felt like it was possible. Because a lot of times what you experience is you get up and after you do the same thing, you know, day after day, going to work, yada, 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 the same type of money, what happens is that inspiration starts to shrink, right? You may be inspired, go, and then daily life hits you, okay? And once daily life starts to hit you, what happens is we forget all about that inspiration and we live that mundane, repetitious lifestyle and look up. New Year's comes, we go, damn, I didn't even reach my goals. I didn't live my dreams. And then you see other people that on Instagram living their dreams. You go, damn, what's happening? You know, what am I doing wrong? But it's not that you're doing something wrong. It's just you're not doing something that you should be doing, which is making sure you're around like-minded people that have a vision and a goal. And you're also being personally mentored by somebody who's been there and done that can just tell you, hey, you're doing this wrong. Look, just do this. When growing an online music production business, it's not easy, and you're going to run into roadblocks. You're going to have questions. Now, when you ask me a question about how to sell a beat online or your music production business, I done helped so many producers, and all the guys that are at the top now, most of them came from me, came from learning from me. I personally mentored a lot of them. And so it's like top of my head. Like if you be like, hey man, you know, I can't get traffic to my B-side, I can say, hey, let me see what you're doing. Hey, I'm not getting consistent sales. Okay, well let me see what you're doing. Okay, do 1, 2, and 3, and then you'll start getting sales and revenue start going up, money start coming in, just like that. Because it's not that it's magic. It's that I already have seen what success looks like and what the blueprint is. And so when I see what you're doing, I can easily identify the issue you're having and saying, oh, just do this. This is what's stopping you. And from your vantage point, you can't see it. You can't see it because you're still learning. So when you get stuck, so even if I get stuck, I hit Jermaine. I remember clearly one day I made 15 grand in a single day in sales because I hit Jermaine and I was having trouble with something. And I remember hitting him like, hey, how do I do that? I'm stuck. It's not working. Blah, blah, blah. He gave me one tip just like that. He said, oh, do this. I did that, made 15 grand in sales. You know what I'm saying? And reoccurring income at that. So, you know, it was just, that's what I'm saying. But it wasn't nothing to him. But to me, I was stuck in it. And so a lot of times what people do in life is they don't get the mentorship. They just sit there and keep trying to figure it out, busting their head, when it's somebody that's already done it over and over again. They're just saying, you know what, how do I do it? You know, let's talk about this. Help me out. Here's what I got. Here's what it's doing. How do I get to that next level? Right? And so that's ultimately what you're missing. You need that. You're not going to make it without that. I don't care. I've already been down that road. I already know. You're not going to make it without that. You're going to go back and live the same life over and over again. New Year's is going to come. You're going to make resolutions just like the rest of the world. Then another year is going to pass. And you're going to be stuck in the same place. Maybe getting a little bit ahead, but then you go a little bit back. You make a little bit ahead, and then you go a little bit back. Go a little bit ahead, and you just keep living. People just live like that all the way until they're 80 years old, and they kick the bucket. Never really taking off and living your life as a music producer. I mean, what would it be like if you were free, man? I mean, just imagine the freedom. Like, I don't know what it's like to be in prison no more. But prison is when you work a 9 to 5, and you're a music producer, you love music, and you can't sit down when you feel like it and go make some music. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to go make some money. You got to physically take your body and give it to a job and say, here, use my body so I can get this little bit of pay. And I'll do that day after day after day after day after day, year after year, decade after decade. I mean, to me, I can't even imagine. That's like being in hell. Why would I want to live like that? You know what I'm saying? But I ain't lived like that in so long. You know, all I know is freedom. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to somebody the other day. I said, man, all I know is freedom. They were talking about their job and this. And I said, all I know is freedom. Wake up when I want, do what I want. If I choose to wake up at 5 in the morning, I wake up at 5 in the morning. If I oversleep, I wake up at 10 in the morning, I wake up at 10 in the morning. If I stay up all night making some beats, sometimes I'll stay up. I'll be like, man, I want to get up early. I'll stay up all night till 4 in the morning, go to bed, wake up at 10. Oh, well, nobody can't tell me nothing. I forgot what not being free feels like because I'm a music producer that makes money on the internet, just like you can be. The world is wide open. Why would I go back to doing that dumb shit? Like, that's crazy. Selling my body, like prostituting my body. I'm a music producer, love music. You know, God has put all this stuff around us, tools, technology, to be able to make music easily just from a laptop. Then we can make money from it on the internet. I mean, and reach the whole world. I'm selling beats to people in Pakistan, France, Canada, not just in the United States, but all over the United States too. You know what I'm saying? So why would I go back to that? You know, but I understand it because if you don't have nobody there showing you the way, and you get stuck and it gets frustrating, you feel like, man, I don't know what I'm doing, but it's possible. You know what I'm saying? To reach a level you're dreaming about reaching, you just need somebody to say, hey, do this, this, and this, and get to it. Here's your problem, and go solve it. Here's how to solve it. Now just go do that. You know what I'm saying? So I know you wonder, okay, well, Postman, how do you get an opportunity? Now listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I get hit up probably 1 million times a day, right? You know. I'm well known. I get hit up by not just up and coming producers, from the top producers in the game. Everybody hits me up wanting to know this game. You know what I'm saying? Because they know I'm the master of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a mastermind, and I'm only going to allow 10 producers on this mastermind, and I'm going to let you ask me anything that you want to ask me in terms of getting your music production business or any business you have off the ground or getting to the next level. If you're making $5,000 a month, how do I get to $50,000? I can show you that. If you're making $0, how do I get to $5,000? I can show you that every month. I can show you that. You know what I'm saying? But the only reason why I'm only allowing 10, I have to do that because when I would have other masterminds and I would have the type of mastermind, you know, we have 70 people, 80 producers that join, sometimes even 100. And then I realized I can't personally get to each one. You know, we'll be there all night trying to get to every one, but I still couldn't touch every producer. And so I want to make sure and be able to answer your questions and work with you personally. So that's why I can only allow 10. Okay, so that's why I'm only allowing 10, and we got to close the door. The last one I did like this, we allowed 10, and we sold out literally in the first day. We put it out, it was sold out, and everybody was like, hey, can I get in? Can I get in? I'm like, I can't, because we only can do 10. I only can allow 10 people, 10 producers, because I want to give you the personal attention, right? And the last one we had was phenomenal. It was about Instagram. Now this one, you can ask me about Instagram, ask me about anything. I want to look at your stuff. You can say, hey, here's my Instagram, here's my beat site, here's my beats. What should I do next? What should I do to get to that next level? Here's my goal. Please help me get to that next level. And I will sit there and help you and just say, hey, do 1, 2, 3. You will lead the mastermind with an action list of here's what you need to do specifically to get to the level that you're trying to reach. And like I said, the only reason why I can only allow 10 is because if I put more than 10 on there, then I'm not going to be able to get to give you the attention that you need so you can ask me your questions and I can look at your music production business or any business that you have. You know what I'm saying? Anything that you're doing, you want to make more money on this internet, you want to come to the master, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what this is about. You want to come to the master so I can get you to that next level. Just like Jermaine was the master for me, I had to go sit with him online. We did it virtually. and got me to the next level. So I'm just doing the same for you. But I only can allow 10 because, like I said, I'm not trying to have 70 producers on there and then I can't get to you individually and work on your issues. The only way I can guarantee that you're going to get to that next level is if I can sit there and work with you and you can show me your stuff and show me what you're doing. I can say, hey, do this, this, and this. I can't get to everybody with 70. So that's why it's a closed door event. It's going to be online. I'll put all the information down there on the page. I'll put that down there if you want to know more about when it is and how to join. But once it's sold out, it's sold out. So you're not going to be able to get on. Just like last time, it sold out fast and you're not going to be able to join it. But this is a mastermind. This is a life-changing mastermind. This is for, it's very serious producers. If you're very serious, you're saying, Postman, I want you to look at my stuff. I want to get to that next level. I want to live that life and freedom that you talk about. Then you need to be on this mastermind. Don't even wait. Don't bullshit yourself. Don't hesitate. Don't say, oh, man, this and that. Just get on it, because you're never going to live the life that you dream about if you just keep doing the same things over and over again, living the same life around the same people. It's just a fact. I'm not going to lie to you. You know what I'm saying? We flying to Hawaii in a month. I'm going to stay in Hawaii in a month, me and my family. We taking them out. We're going to stay in Hawaii. I mean, I'm telling you life. This is real life. Sit off the beach. Bring my laptop, bring my speakers, my headphones, my keyboard, and live life, man. We're looking at Maui right now. A buddy of mine said Maui is the spot, so we're looking at stand over in Maui. We're going to just rent a spot for a month. I mean, this is my life. Then after that, my partner want to go get a big house out in Indonesia, Bali. Shout out to my mans. I'm thinking about doing that. This is life, man. This is real life. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of life that I'm telling you is possible. But if you're not around people that's doing it and you can't ask nobody and you just going to live life that you've been living, then how you ever going to get there? You want to be on this mastermind. Even just being on the mastermind and hearing us talk about it, and you being able to speak about your dreams and being able to be around other people that's living it, man, that's going to do so much for your psyche, man. It's going to make it so real for you until you take off like a jet. I'm telling you how it works. You know what I'm saying? If you don't believe me, just research. This is how success works. I'm just giving you the game. But if you're not on the mastermind, then you're going to be, whatever situation you're in now, if you're struggling to pay your bills now, if you ain't got the money you want, if you ain't got a studio you want, if you can't travel, if you can't be free, if you got to sell your body to a 9-to-5 and to an employer, you know what I'm saying, in exchange for money, you know what I'm saying, then you're going to continue to live like that. If you're not happy with that and you say, you know what, that's not the life for me, that's not what I'm destined to do, then you need to be on this mastermind. Now, if you can't get in because it's closed off, then I apologize for that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to be able to get in after the first 10. Because I got to be able to give you personal attention. Because my guarantee is to get you to that next level that you're dreaming about getting to. And you can ask me any question about where you're stuck at. You can have me look at whatever you want to look at. Let me see your Instagram, let me see your Twitter, let me see your YouTube, let me see your beat site, let me listen to your beats. Let me see exactly what level you're at. How much money you're making, and how to get to that money that you dream about, and how to really get there and give you actionable steps so you don't feel stuck anymore. Because that's the worst part, is when you have a dream and you feel stuck and you don't know how to get to that next level and you're trying and it's not working. That's the worst feeling in the world, man. I mean, that's defeating and deflating, especially when you got the talent and you see other producers out there doing it and making it, living their dreams and knowing what's possible, and you not living it, and you got to get up tomorrow morning and go back to work. Man, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? I never live like that. Never will I live like that. Not as a music producer. Now, again, I got some people in my family who that's good for them. They love it. They're like, I ain't got no problem with that. But I'm a music producer. I'm not a robot. I'm not a 9-to-5 warrior. That's not me. If that's you, that's cool. Then this mastermind ain't for you. This is for you. If you say that's not me, and I know there's a life for me that I do want to live as a music producer, just using this internet. I mean, if you got a phone, if you got a laptop, you good. You good money. I mean, you can make as much money as you could dream about, as fast as you could dream about it, all doing what you love. I mean, this is what a time to be alive. I think Drake said, what a time to be alive. But you got to get the game on how to do it. And that's why you need somebody who's been there, done that, who trained all the top producers, who was a top producer himself. And you need somebody like me to just sit there and show you how to do it. I mean, it's not rocket science. You know what I'm saying? So I'll see you on that mastermind. Maybe not. If you're not that producer trying to get there, then don't join it. Period. And save the slot for another producer who's trying to get to that next level. If that's you, who says I'm ready for that type of life of freedom, then join the mastermind. You better hurry up, because again, once it's sold out, it's sold out. The last one sold out quick, and that was it. So this one's gonna sell out even faster, and that's it. And then we're going to have the mastermind, and the people, producers on there, going to get to that next level. They're going to be unstuck, live the life that they always dreamed about, of freedom, instead of living that mundane life every day, selling their bodies to some employee. I mean, that's crazy to me, you know. And even if you ain't working 9 to 5 and you making your money off beat sales, what's the next level for you? If you're making $3,000 a month, how you get to $30,000? If you're making $5,000, how you get to $50,000? If you're making $2,000, how you get to $20,000 a month? If you're making $100 a month, how you get to $1,000 a month? How you get to $5,000 a month? Let's talk about it. Let's see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So there's courses and there's stuff like that. Then there's just straight up someone telling you, do this. That's why you see football players have a coach. That's why you see Tiger Woods has a golf coach. That's why you see, people have these coaches, because they just need somebody to look at what they're doing and say, hey, here's how you. That's why boxers have a coaches. Even Floyd Mayweather, the best boxers in the world, still have coaches. Why? Because they need somebody to just say, hey, I see what you're doing. And a lot of times we can't see ourselves. So, and see our issues. So I see what you're doing. Just do this. I mean, if Floyd Mayweather got a coach and goes to somebody and pays somebody to help him, and he's been fighting for 20 years undefeated, and you telling me that you trying to get to the next level, and you don't want to have somebody that's been there, done that, to coach you to the next level, I mean, that's crazy to me. That sounds crazy to me, because I ain't had a job, so I know what it'd do for me. I remember where I was when I first got on masterminds with my mentor, and I know where I'm at now, and it's night and day, and I would never want to go back to that life. So I'll be on this stuff all day. If I was you, I wouldn't even waste time. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know how hungry you are, is how much time you waste. You can always look at how successful someone's going to be by how much time they waste, and they got to think about things. And when I see something like that, I'm on it. Boom. So if I was in your shoes, I would already sign up for it. I wouldn't even finish the video already. I'd already signed up on the mastermind, because I know that's what success is. It's not just about the stuff that you learn. It's about your character and how you make decisions. So if you're still trying to figure out, well, should I do this or should I? Well, then you ain't. I'm saying, when I was coming up, I was so hungry that I didn't even waste time thinking about it. My mom's told me that, and I should get on the video one day and have her tell her exactly what she told me. That's a scam. See my mentor video, just like you watching this video, I was watching his video, and she was like, that's a scam. What you gonna do? That stuff don't work. Internet stuff, all that stuff she was saying. And she laughed at it now. We laugh at it. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand why she just didn't have no knowledge of what this was. You know what I'm saying? Just some guy on a video talking smack, and all she knew how to do was go to work every day. You know what I'm saying? And now if I would listen to her, I'd be still working at Target stacking boxes. You know what I'm saying? Instead of living my dreams as a music producer, known worldwide, man, I'm internationally known, man. You know what I'm saying? So, man, it's up to you, man. But hopefully I see you, because I believe in you. I know it's possible for you. You just got to get the guidance. That's all you need. You need the mentorship. You need to be on these masterminds, so you can be with other like-minded producers. You can network with other producers that are successful, and you can be around people who believe in your dreams, and you can then start to see that it's possible. Your mind opens up, your habits change, and your life changes. I mean, it's very simple. It's so easy to me, because I've seen it over and over and over again. I know how it works, and so I'm telling you the formula. So anyways, I'll see you on the mastermind. Check down there for more information. First 10. Let's get it. Peace.